Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers.
And I'm Will Leggetter.
And today, people talk about how good a movie year 2007 was. They talk about, this is 2007, isn't it? No, it's 2008. Okay, fuck my intro. Will, what do you think of Tropic Thunder?
Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man.
I'm coming, man. Don't you dare on me, Foley!
I'm sorry, can we cut? Jamie, can we cut?
What is going on here?
Hey, I'm about to jump out this helicopter like Wesley Snipes.
I'm doing the scene right now.
What scene? The scene is about emotionality. Where is it?
Oh, God! I am dealing with a bunch of prima donnas.
The action guy who left the fridge open. The award winner.
Critically acclaimed Australian actor Kirk Lazzarus underwent a controversial procedure in order to play the platoon's African-American sergeant.
I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
The comedian.
It's quite good, isn't it? It's yeah. In my list of comedies, it's in there.
It really is a modern classic, and I mean that with no over-exaggeration. I think it's some of the finest performances, comedic or otherwise, of the decade of the past 20 years. I think it's hard to say how good the screenplay is because what do you call it? Because so much was improvised.
Yeah.
But if we said that this was just a straight written screenplay, it's up there for me with my favorite screenplays of the past 20 years as well.
You think you can do what I do? Take a picture of this.
This summer.
Want to make this movie right? We take those boys up there, put them in the trees, shoot the whole thing guerrilla style. Real fear in their eyes. Real emotion. Yes, yes.
The movie they think they're making.
Exterior, rainforest, dusk, cut to a frightening jungle.
Isn't a movie anymore.
I'm not a patriot.
So what?
This feels pretty real!
Exactly. Let's use it.
Taking a speed, man.
Some of us might not make it back.
What do you mean? Like, not on the same flight?
Who sent you here?
Hey, dude, you all right? Totally leaned into that, bro. You want to do one more?
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Tropic Thunder.
Go a lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we up in the big league.
That's the theme song for the Jeffersons.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You out of your mind?
What?
You really need help.
Man, just because the theme song don't make it not true.
Just nothing but great line after great line, great performance after great performance. Just absolutely knockout comedy sequences. And also, you know, we're obviously actors, aren't we?
Actors.
And so we greatly appreciate all of the fun that is being pointed. And there's people who enjoy the minutiae of Hollywood and love making fun of actors. This is just one of the peak films doing that. And I think, well, we'll get to it later, I guess. But there's been lots of questions floating around this film at current about, you know, the whole, would this get made today? Would this get made? Would it fly? The blackface of Robert Downey Jr. I think that's the
Yeah.
but it's just never crossed my mind because it's so clearly the point. It is so clearly the furthest ridiculous extreme of these Daniel Day-Lewis, Russell Crowe, Colin Farrell types that it's so clearly the joke, and everybody's in on it. Everybody's in on it, including Brandon T. Jackson, Al Pacino. Some of my favorite parts of this movie are when he calls him out on it. He goes, "Oh, what do you mean, you people?" It's like, what do you mean, you people? That great Australian back and forth. I mean, we'll get to it in a single minute. Well, do you remember the first time you saw Tropic Thunder?
Oh, it was a while ago. I was probably in my mid-teens. Just with the family. And my parents were like, "Oh, Tropic Thunder's on. Let's watch that. It's cracking. You'll like that." And I did.
And these trailers came.
Yeah.
And it was very and you said, "Wait a minute, what are these trailers?" Let's talk a little bit about the directing career of Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Because this is obviously, we talked about Ben Stiller and his acting work a lot on our Something About Mary episode. I think it's fair to say we're both big Ben Stiller acting fans. But also, I'm a great fan of his directing. So Reality Bites, perfectly enjoyable, sort of rom-com. It's not the best film ever made. Are you a big Cable guy, Will?
I really love the Cable Guy. Within my house, me and my sister, it's one of our favourites.
For me, Jim Carrey, maybe a touch.
It's great.
It's very enjoyable. That's one of those where Jim Carrey maybe touches it a bit too far for me. I've never been a big fan of the Ace Ventura.
You sound like my father.
Yeah. I love Liar Liar. I love The Mask.
Liar, yeah.
But Ace Ventura and the Cable Guy have been my sort of, don't know about that one. I mean, then we got Piece de Resistance. I didn't have it as a Tom's Big Question. What's the best film he ever directed? Because for me, it's really down to two. And don't pull your Secret Life of Walter Mitty shit here. Yeah, that's a...
Oh, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
I very much like that movie too. But is it Tropic Thunder or is it Zoolander?
I might have to say Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
But Zoolander's great. It's how much of an influence he had over the directing of Tropic Thunder, of course, because of the improvisation quality of it. But then again, that's just good directing. If you could trust the cast.
This is true. I think watching Tropic Thunder this time, I think I appreciate Zoolander more as a tight beast.
Yeah.
Zoolander's a very tight 90 and it flies by and it's great. And it's not that this film ever's slow. There are a few touches. And I'm like, oh, it's trimming a little. But also, I think this time this is the first time I've watched my Blu-ray. And I think I watched the extended cut. And there was lots of stuff that I was like, oh, why did you cut this? I mean, I know why they cut it, to trim it down, but it was quite funny stuff. Let's do YouTube comments. If they are available to me. Oh, it's this bloody new iOS update. Terrible. Don't like it.
Oh, there it is.
LOL. If this movie came out this year, it would offend a shit ton of people. I mean, we've touched on that. Do you think it would?
No.
I think we're being naive. I think it would. I think we can never understand people being annoyed at it because it is so clearly the point. It is so clearly, such as the same with Simple Jack. Simple Jack had a big problem with handicapped rights groups, but again, it's so clearly the point of a man so desperate to win his Oscar. He's like, oh, Rain Man, yeah, Forrest Gump, okay, I'll do my mentally challenged movie. And it's Simple Jack. lovely cameo from Christine Taylor, since now his ex-wife.
Very sad. Very sad.
Matilda from Zoolander. One of the black guys looks kind of like Robert Downey Jr. Not a lot of people talk about Danny McBride and Nick Nolte in this movie. They are both so underrated in the movie and have great chemistry. I agree. This watch I really enjoyed. It's not that I don't enjoy them normally, but I really, really enjoyed them this time around. Better buy a copy of this DVD or Blu-ray before they all get destroyed by the left.
Oh, the woke brigade.
You can always pirate movies as a last-ditch effort. There you go, guys. In case the left come for your movies. See?
Please can the comments be about, hi, I really liked this film.
Say it again?
Can the more YouTube comments be like, hey, I really enjoyed this film. My favourite bit is when this happens.
Why? Who would want to listen to that?
Oh, okay. I would.
Yeah, people do like these movies. They're going to listen to us say how much we like this movie
Sure they will.
for an hour and 10. Structure of each episode. It's time for best 10-minute stretch. Will, why don't you kick us off?
I think it. What? How are you splitting up this up? This is my main question.
I've put them as a 10-minute stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to talk about each of them ad nauseum. But I have put it as a 10-minute stretch.
Yeah, I've gone for the opening.
Yeah,
I've gone for the Tom Cruise outburst.
Mm-hmm.
That's
okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface.
I mean, let's just go off about that. That is what brought back Tom Cruise's career. That scene.
Where are we in the Cruise canon? It did show an ability to make fun of himself, which we hadn't really seen in some time. I mean, well, so this is fresh off. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, Oprah, I'm in love. I beg to differ, Will, because 6 years earlier he did star in Austin Pussy, the opening to Goldmember, Austin Powers, with Danny DeVito, Gwyneth Paltrow, Steven Spielberg directed. Who else is in that? I can't remember. Who plays the villain? Who plays...
it's Will Ferrell, because it's like, ow, that really hurts.
No, I'm on about in Austin Pussy, the fake movie at the start of Goldmember. I'm feigning, because I know exactly who it is. It's Kevin Spacey as Dr.
Oh, it is,
Evil.
isn't it? Of course it is.
And I watched one of those, the director broke down the scene. And for some reason, they didn't show the Kevin Spacey clip. I wonder why. I'm sorry, Will. Maybe socially it brings him back. Movie-wise, he's just done Mission Impossible 3, done Collateral, Lions for Lambs, which is a fine film, and he's just about to do Valkyrie and Rock of Ages and Mission Impossible 4, which really brings that series back. So I disagree movie-wise, but socially, yeah, the K.A. Holmes thing was a massive. Everyone was like, who is this crazy man jumping on Oprah's couch? Tut. Any other 10-minute stretches?
That's it. What have you got?
I've got the trailers. I've got Going Up the River. Yeah. I've got the performance of Simple Jack. This time it's gonna make me cry in my head movies, and it's gonna make my eyes raid. Final Attack. Let's just talk about the trailers.
Let's do it.
Al Pacino booty sweat. That was the bit where the first time I ever watched this movie, my mother turned it off. Al Pacino booty sweat was too much.
Oh no!
And it was like, oh no, what's this? What's this? I mean, I was 8, but by that time I'd seen The Shining. So her morals really were dubious. Well, I've talked about this before, haven't I? Violence and swearing were all good to go, but sex was like, oh no, skip, which is understandable, but also weird in the moral legion of things. I guess you could write a whole essay on that. I won't. I'll just write about Nicole Kidman or whatever. Maybe the Nicole Kidman essays on the blog by now. How much you know about this? Did you? So, is it the extended cut that I watched where the guy dressed as Simple Jack's mother says, "You are not the real Al Pacino. Dog Day Afternoon, Devil's Advocate," and then Danny McBride goes, "Cruising, Sea of Love." Great movies. I love that Danny McBride's 2 Al Pacino movies are Cruising and Sea of Love. The 2 very sexual. Have you seen Sea of Love, Will?
I haven't, but we do talk about Cruising a lot on this.
We do talk about Cruising. To say that you've never seen it and hadn't heard of it, Cruising does come up a lot. You haven't seen the film and you didn't know of it, but you are big into the underground leather BDSM gay scene of the 80s, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just love a bathhouse. That's how we met. You know, it's like really nice guy, and then once you took the gimp mask off, he's yeah, good guy. Next trailer is Scorcher. Scorcher 1. Who left the fridge open? What's that? Again. Oh wait, no, we missed him. Booty Sweat. Pop an ass open. What a great tagline. Pop an ass open. Who left the fridge? Of these 4 movies, Will, which one do you think looks best? Which one would you most like to see?
Oh, that. You see, I'd probably. I'd like to see Scorcher the most, probably.
Okay. Wait, 2 questions. What would you most like to see as a real movie? And what would you most like to see as a full parody, satire, spoof? They blow it out.
Yeah. Oh, but that's 3 questions. A third one, what's your favourite? Because all 3 for me are different movies.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What's your favourite trailer? Yeah.
My favourite trailer
is I think it's it's Satan's Alley. That's the best.
Probably Satan's Alley, yeah. 3-time Academy Award winner Kirk Lazzarus, and MTV Best Kiss Award winner Tobey Maguire. Just great stuff. However, I do find the fatties far too. Do you want something to eat? Yes, more beans. So that late era Eddie Murphy playing 10 different people, and they're all farting and they're all fat.
Yeah.
But Satan's Alley is the winner, yeah. In a time of oppression. And then Modigliani. Satan's Alley. Have you Staying Alive? Well, have you seen Staying Alive, the sequel to Saturday Night Fever?
Sequel? No, I've heard the soundtrack.
You have. I do play Frank Stallone's Far From Over an awful lot. But they make a Broadway show, and that's called Satan's Alley, and it makes me laugh every time. And I don't know whether this is an intentional reference. I didn't have a chance to listen to the commentary track, but I hope that it's an intentional reference to Staying Alive. Yeah. Tom's weirdly specific favourite parts of the film. I've been a bad boy, father. The Simple Jack introduction.
Yeah.
You mama make me happy. Rick's son, at least you get to choose yours. Not even correct. Great in this film. Really underrated. It's just wall to wall, star after star.
It really is. This is like the definition of an all-star cast.
It's one of those. It's also one of those great comedic ensembles, and I don't think it's praised. I just don't think people talk about it as one of the great comedic ensemble movies, which is weird because of so many great stars in it.
Yeah,
just throwing.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino's Booty Sweat. Popping ass open. Booty Sweat and Bust a Nut bars available at concessions now.
Just 100. Just great stuff. And lots of straight actors, dramatic actors doing incredible comedic work.
Yeah.
It's wonderful stuff. When Coogan dies, let's talk about Steve. Obviously, we are tremendous Steve Coogan fans. How do you feel about Damien Cockburn?
You died in the first 10 minutes, didn't you? That's my reference to Rob Ryder doing package. I thought that was very good, actually.
That was quite good. Yeah.
Thank you. We should do the trip. That should be our next project. We should do the trip.
Oh no, we're doing Mad Men.
No, I mean as in real life. We should do the
trip.
We
should do the trip. Yeah.
And document it.
Oh.
Just go for nice meals and drives and walks in the country. Yeah.
Who's writing the Guardian article that they're supposedly writing?
I think you are, Tom.
I guess so, yes. You know, one article on the show and an article on the blog. And every other week, sometimes I'll write an article. It's not happened yet. We could do that. I think I'd prefer the Italian trip. But your favourite foods would probably be the gastro first season, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love Italian food. Like the idea of just spending your life in the Mediterranean, just by the shore, having what lovely fish.
A Bigger Splash isn't that good a movie, but it's set in Italy and they're all in a beach house and they eat loads of great food. So it like goes up a few notches.
Yeah. But I think there's something about the first season that's just really cozy, and
yes,
it's great. It's great. That's how I want to live my life.
Big food, and that breakfast they have where they just have down to the breakfast.
I was saying to my dad, I think that's probably the best meal they eat. It just looks so good.
I just love food, Will.
I do, and this is my issue. Food. This is my issue.
Have you've never watched Hannibal? Oh my God! Even though I think I've mentioned this before, even though you know it's humans, he just looks so good cooking it all, and it makes it look incredible. There's a bit, spoilers, where they eat Eddie Izzard's leg, and he makes Eddie Izzard eat his own leg, but he's cooked it in this like clay. And it's
like a salt baked clay. Oh
yes, and he cracks the clay, and even though it's literally in the shape of a leg still, and he cracks the clay, and he's like, it's so tender. I'm like, yeah, just eat it, Eddie. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, Eddie. Good old Eddie Izzard. Jelly beans. Oh, are they jelly? Fucking jelly beans. Then. I love jelly beans. You can't have any fucking jelly beans. And then later, you know those jelly beans? I lied, it was cocaine. Oh, really? So obviously the Jeff Portnoy character is affectionately based on Chris Farley. Are you a Tommy Boy guy, Will? Are you a Chris Farley fan?
Not really.
I've never really got into the Chris Farley stuff. That's to be said. Sorry, I'm a terrible yawner. The flash of the panda after he kills it when the rain flashes and he sees that he's killed a panda. Gets me every time. When it's revealed, when he gets hit and he's like, please, please. And they're like, oh, you Simple Jack. And then the guy who goes, you should have got Oscar. And then that line's funny, but Ben Stiller's reaction when he turns and he goes, oh. Gets me every time. Little twig Oscar. Great Kirk Lazzarus. those guys in The Great Escape just ran away. What would happen then? Well, that was kind of the point of The Great Escape. They were running away. They were trained professionals. Well, we're trained actors, motherfucker. I Nearly Blinded Jamie Lee Curtis. Reach into Sun. What? Oh no, Reacting to Sun. Oh, when Ben Stiller's gone full Brando, gone full Apocalypse Now, and then they pull him out and he goes at the sun. I like that. I love Jay Baruchel going "What the fuck" when Matthew McConaughey comes with the TiVo. He's just like, "What the fuck?" Jay Baruchel, really good in this, really underrated. Well, we're big This Is the End guys, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna titty fuck you, Seb. I'm gonna titty fuck you. And then I love in the Oscar montage, Sean Penn playing a blind man, apparently. Very funny. And Tom Hanks is there in a wheelchair, but he's racing. Wheelchair race, apparently. And Tobey Maguire gets nominated for Satan's Alley. Just Kirk? Is this his supporting actor year?
Must be.
Or was it a stacked field? Was it a stacked field and
it was against Scotch.
It was against Scotch. But also, so is Tug playing himself in the Tropic Thunder movie?
In 2013, when the Earth's rotation came to a halt,
declared all of North America a disaster area.
My fellow Americans to come together.
the world called on the one man who could make a difference. When it happened again, the world called on him once more, and no one saw it coming 3 more times. Now, the one man who made a difference 5 times before is about to make a difference again. Only this time, it's different.
Who left the fridge open?
Tug Speedman, Scorcher 6, Global Meltdown.
Here we go again. Again.
Because you don't get that very often. People playing themselves in their biopics. Or does he play Kirk? Why don't they make more movies about the making of movies?
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
In a month's time, I will, maybe this is too crude to say, but I will ejaculate when I watch Mank, David Fincher's new movie, and almost obscenely excited. By this time, however, by the release, then it will already been released, and I will have hopefully posted a 10 out of 10 review. If it's that will be the first 10 out. We've yet to have a 10 out of 10 review on the blog at time of recording. Maybe there's lots of great movies that come out. There won't though.
That's because I haven't read one. So like, if I were doing, I like that. That's 10 out of 10.
I like that. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I've realised that most movies are going in a 7 out of 10,
which isn't really good. 7 out of 10 is an awful.
No, 7 out. No. Well, for you, yeah, Mr. You basically have the thing of a small child where the last movie you saw is your favourite movie. It's like, I love Hotel Transylvania 2, and then I love Hotel Transylvania 3. I bet you do like the Hotel Transylvania movies, don't you, Will?
I'm really fond of the Hotel Transylvania movies. I haven't seen the third one. I'm yet to do it because I feel like they just copied the
formula of that glorious
sequel.
Shipwrecked.
Yeah, it's just it follows the exact same pattern, and it's a bit lazy, really. No, I really like Hotel Transylvania.
Bit of Brooks, bit of Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
I'm an old vampire. Yeah, they're fine. You know what? You know what I really enjoyed?
What?
Hubie Halloween.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Apparently, it's really shit.
No, it's not. And I don't know why people are saying that. People are just saying that because it's Adam Sandler. It's not. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Previous guest Ava Robinson. It may just be a new favorite film of the year. I think
Really?
it's actually very, very good, or at least very enjoyable. It's a lot better. There's a lot more gags. It's a lot better. There's an interesting mystery plot, actually.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, you should. It's good. And then read my review. What's next? It's Will's more general favourite part of the film. That's what it is.
Hello. So the mine.
Darling, well, hello.
The mine is great. The explosion. It's quite in your face.
In your face theatre.
Downey Jr.'s reaction when he's like, I have a son now, little half squat. What a cracky fuck is half squat? That's great. What I mean, crikey fuck. What 2 words that are perfect together?
You limp dick fuck ups. Give me cover.
I'm just a little boy playing with his dick on his nose.
When we do best line, we're going to have just a Kirk Lazzarus and then other people. Let's go Cyrus.
The
Collard greens. Crab cakes. Just excited about my food. Anything else, Phil?
It is very good. That's it. That's my.
Well, it's time for soundtrack corner. I mean, it's technically got to be Sympathy for the Devil. I mean,
Which was on my playlist last night.
Great track.
Time of recording. It's the 1st of November.
Halloween, yes. We just had a spooky Halloween, and Will, go on, Will. Why don't you tell the listeners and viewers at home what your cocktail of choice was yesterday?
My cocktail, it's just a bit of everything, really.
No, I mean your cocktail of the night, as in like your 12 pints.
Yeah, I feel like viewers think that that's quite normal, like me.
Well, yeah, 12 pints. Wait, when did you start drinking? I didn't ask you this.
We started drinking 9-ish, which to be honest is quite late on.
So you did 12 pints in an hour?
Oh no.
But pubs shut at 10.
I was in my own house. We had a Halloween party.
Because I asked you if you were at an ale house. Did you just not understand what I was asking?
You were speaking in a German accent, and it's very difficult to understand you.
Yes, you still don't know what's happening in Schindler's List. Like, why? They're all speaking English, but with German accents. I just don't know what's happening. He who saves one life saves the world entire. When I started this Tropic Thunder podcast, I never thought I would end up quoting the sad line from Schindler's List. This car could have been another 5 jewels. It's Sympathy for the Devil. It's one of the best songs ever, and it just so happens to be in this movie. So we'll give it right. Here we go. Oscar travesty.
Oh.
Let's talk about this, because on first go around, we may be very quick to say Downey Jr. should have won everything. However, it's an ungodly good Best Supporting Actor field this year. I don't think we need any nominations for Best Picture or Best Director. I don't think we need any nominations, actually, other than Best Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor. Best Screenplay goes to Milk. No. Wally? What the fuck? Wally?
Oh, I love Wally. I love Wally.
As a screenplay, though, is Wally's best aspect its screenplay?
It's a very good message. It's a very good message.
So 1917 got a screenplay nomination this year. You having a laugh?
Is it? Oh.
Fucking joke. Yeah, it was a great film, but didn't screenplay nomination. In Bruges should have won.
In Bruges.
In Bruges is one of the finest films ever made.
Yeah.
And one of the most beautiful, perfect screenplays. Not a single word is misplaced. Anyway. In Bruges should have won. Tropic Thunder should have been nominated. Let's look at this best supporting actor. Michael Shannon for Revolutionary Road. Great. Josh Brolin for Milk. Also great. But definitely 5th place. 3rd place. And this is insane. Philip Seymour Hoffman in Doubt. When that's your 3rd place, a film that you greatly enjoyed, you very much enjoyed Doubt. Maybe enjoyed's the wrong word, but you greatly, well, no, I'd say I enjoyed Doubt. I've rewatched Doubt more than I've watched some happy films. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Who should have won? Ledger for the Joker or Downey Jr. for Tropic Thunder?
I will give it to Ledger, as they did.
As they did.
Yeah, but it's definitely Robert Downey Jr. 2nd place, and it's one of those things that if it was any other year, he would have got it, and that's the annoying thing.
Any other year, Philip would have won.
Yeah.
You know, any other year, Michael Shannon. That would have been.
You just need to stop making good movies. It's so annoying.
What are the Oscars going to look like this year? It's literally going to be Netflix playing with themselves. Trial of Chicago. Oh, well, no. All of this speculation is mute. By the time that this episode comes out, we will know. I hope, right. I hope Manx good, and I hope that Manx sweeps. And I hope that David Fincher finally gets a goddamn Oscar. He deserves it. He deserved one for The Social Network over fucking King's Speech. He deserved one for Curious Case of Benjamin Button over Slumdog. Okay, fine then.
I went to see it at the theatre with Jason Donovan. It was very good.
So, do you know that Weinstein cut out the cunt bugger? Well, he doesn't say cunt, does he?
That's very rude.
But he says fuck, bugger.
Yeah.
And he cut out that scene for a family special American release for Christmas, because he was like the family event of the year, and he made it, and he like made a special PG release.
Will there be anything else?
Oh, yes, my dear man. More beans.
Granny, ew! Oh, please.
This summer, America's favorite obese family is back.
Ew, gross! You're just mad because I'm skinny. I'm not.
Jeff Portnoy, Jeff Portnoy, Jeff Portnoy, and Jeff Portnoy are the Fatties, Part 2.
In some countries, it's considered a compliment.
Letting loose this summer.
Because it's a real Planes, Trains and Automobiles in that way, King's Speech, because if you cut out the one scene, oh jeez, what? You're fucked. God, I love Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
It's so good.
It's a great film. Yeah, you can make fun of me. Oh, Marie, I've done it again, Marie. Well, at least you've got a wife to grow old with. Oh, do. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. What an incredible film. That's coming up. That is coming up. But I can't remember. I can't remember when. But it is coming up. However, we're still with Tropic Thunder now, and it's time for Will's favourite building. What's that?
Well, here we go. So there's obviously like the big the setup, the filming HQ, sort of the office where we find.
Did you
Thomas
see the
Cruise.
extended cut? Because if you did, then there's that beautiful party scene which looks great.
I'm not sure I did.
Oh, well, there's a really good party.
Okay.
Well, you see the end of that party when Coogan grabs the bottle of whiskey and he's on the beach with Nick Nolte, and then they're like, "In the real shit, get him in the real shit." Feel it guerrilla style, gritty.
Oh, it's that or the bit where they obviously like the kidnapping and they infiltrate the that sort of the little village. That's a really nice production piece.
Lead farmer, motherfucker.
Oh, what a! I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I think I'll give it to that. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's go into it. First single minute. So I'll kick us off. Blown up hands. The end. The end of that. The blown up hands, and then the crying, and just get into it. Just get into it. Oh, we're rewriting the script now. Okay, we're rewriting the script. And then the that's the signal. Go, and then the incredible Apocalypse Now homage blowing up. Just great stuff. And then the Access Hollywood minute that follows that, where we get introduced to Simple Jack, where we get introduced to the fact that Kirk Lazzarus has undergone pigment surgery. Controversial surgery to play the African-American leader of the group, Leonard Osiris. And we learned about Jack Black's heroin, crack, and glue addiction. Just wonderful stuff. One of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt retarded, like really retarded. Oh, yeah. I mean, I brushed my teeth retarded. I rode bus retarded.
Damn.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
Yeah.
To be moronical.
Exactly. To be a moron.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
When I was playing the character.
When you was a character.
Yeah, I mean, as Jack, definitely.
Yeah. Jack. Stupid ass Jack. Trying to come back from that.
In a weird way, it was almost like I had to sort of fool my mind into believing that it wasn't retarded. And by the end of the whole thing, I was like, wait a minute, you know? I flushed so much out, how am I gonna jumpstart it up again? It's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Simple Jack thought he was smart. Or rather, didn't think he was retarded, so he can't afford to play retarded, being a smart actor. Playing a guy who ain't smart but thinks he is, that's tricky.
Tricky.
It's like working with Mercury. It's high science, man. It's art form.
Yeah.
You an artist.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off for going there. Especially knowing how the Academy is about that shit.
Wait. About what?
You're serious? You don't know? Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded. Not retarded. Count two picks, cheated cards. Autistic. Sure. Not retarded. You got Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Slow, yes, retarded maybe, braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off next to him and he won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded. He was a goddamn war hero. Right. You know any retarded war heroes? You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Yeah, Sean Penn, 2001, I Am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
Then there is the best minute of the film. How are we going to talk about this?
Is it the full? No.
It's you went full, right?
Yeah.
What's a fun word we can swap it for?
Don't fall victim.
To what?
The very rude meaning.
The culture. Chevy Chase.
Method. Oh.
I was going to say you never go fully Chevy Chase. because I've got the Chevy Chase autobiography I've yet to read in front of me. Anyway, the long and short of it is, it's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. It still makes me crack up like a goddamn hyena every single time. And it's true. It's true. Sean Penn is terrible in I Am Sam. Have you seen I Am Sam, Will?
Sam, I am.
When full Chevy Chase. When I'm empty-handed. Yeah, just great. Autistic, sure. Chevy Chase, no. You can play ping pong and shit. Jam the ass off of Nixon. Count cars. Count toothpicks. Great stuff. And then there's the Australia bit where Brandon Al Pacino talks about Crocodile Dundee. Probably breaks your damn international treasure. I'm sorry, the dingo ate your baby. That's a true story. That woman died. The woman lost her kids. Do you know what the dingo? Have you seen the clip of Meryl Streep in A Cry in the Dark, Will?
I haven't.
The true story of So basically, there was this woman who was accused of murdering her children because dingoes came and ate them. But they thought that she'd killed them. And then like years later, they found the baby's clothes in the dingo cave. And they made a movie about it, and Meryl Streep has this terrible accent. She goes, I think I've had enough of your questions very much. The dingo ate my baby. The dingo ate my baby. Me and Ava quote it all the time because Ava is the biggest Meryl Streep fan in the world, and she's always like, oh, she's never done a bad performance. And I just go, the dingo ate my baby. Yes, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible performance. But alas, the dingo did eat her baby, and that is a true story. Nominations were for Best Single Minute.
Oh, the helicopter. It's very good. The realization, sort of when they're first put into the action, and they're all like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's great."
Yeah, give me the fake gun. I want the fake rubber one. Let's dive straight into Best Line, because this is what the film is for. These incredible lines. I mean, I've got two from Kirk Lazzarus just in that first scene. Move your ass, you jelly ass bitch. And we're not DD now, we're DD now. Great stuff. Another great one from Nick Nolte, where he's really playing up the scarred veteran thing. Beds give me nightmares. Go on, give us one more.
I like, man, I don't drop character till I've done the DVD commentary.
Which he doesn't. She doesn't on the audio commentary.
Really?
He is Kirk Lazzarus. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! I love it.
Very good.
I don't read the script. The script reads me.
You read the book, right? What about you read the script? I read the script. The script reads me. I love when at the very end Kirk goes, "Cover me," and then they don't have any guns, and Jane Baruchel goes, "How do we cover him?"
It's obviously, what do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
You have no real family. You're on the wrong side of 40. You're childless and alone. Somebody close to you said, one more flop and it's over. Somebody said they were close to me. I killed one, Rick. The thing I love most in the world, a hooker. All right, you killed a hooker. Calm down. Here's what you're going to do. Get your hands in some bleach, some hydrogen peroxide, and a shitload of lime. No, a panda. Amanda? That probably wasn't even a real name.
Oh, when they find out Al Pacino is gay, and they're like, Alpa, if you untie me, I'll literally suck your dick right now.
I'll suck your dick. When you're talking about... 1 minute. When you're talking about singing, when you sang I Love the Pussy, Were you thinking of lads dancing on his dad's on your forehead? All right, fellas, we're gonna make camp. Rest up. You might be in for a treat. You know, back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antone. I bet I could cut out some greens, yeah, some crawfish on the patty. Yo, I'm making some crab apples for dessert now. Yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's how we all talk. We all talk like this, huh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're Australian. Be Australian. Excuse me, Kangaroo Jack. Just get excited about my foods, man. Cover me, lip dick fuck ups.
Where is your farm? And then it's like, I'm a lead farm. It's great.
Check it out. Does not Rainman.
Oh no, you're doing it. You're doing it. No, you can't do it, Tom.
It's a shame.
You can't.
Same thing happened to me when I played Neil Armstrong in Moonshot. They found me in an alley in Burbank trying to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere in a refrigerator box. When you're on I Love the Pussy, were you thinking about Lance tangling his dice on your forehead? Oh, incredible. I love this koala hunting N-word telling me, and then he slaps him, and then for 400 years that word has kept us down. What the fuck? Took a whole lot of trying to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting down to the bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. That's the theme song to the Jeffersons, man. Just because it's a theme song doesn't mean it's not true. We're moving on up.
Wow, eight Oscars, $400 million, and you saved Tug Speedman's career. I could have done it without you, really? No, Dickon, of course I could. A nutless monkey could do your job. Now go get drunk and take. Oh.
I won't take credit. In a weird way, I had sort of free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb, to be a moron, yeah, to be moronical, exactly, to be a moron, an imbecile, yeah, the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived. When I was playing the character, yeah.
Now let's go Viet Congs. Viet Cong? What? It's Viet Cong. No, there's no S. It's already plural. You wouldn't say Chineses. It's great.
First, take a step back and literally fuck your own face. I don't know what kind of Pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to put here, but Asia is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there and I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. You're going to have to call the United fucking Nations and get a fucking blinding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you out of the scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up. A good time there. We've had a good, enjoyable.
In a time where to be different was to be condemned. And to be condemned was to die. One man chose to question his God. From Fox Searchlight. Five-time Academy Award winner Kirk Lazzarus. And MTV Movie Award Best Kiss winner Tobey Maguire. Winner of the Beijing Film Festival's coveted Crying Monkey Award, Satan's Alley.
I've been a bad, bad boy, Father.
What's left from Will's nose?
Nothing.
What's left from Tom's nose? Jason Bateman in the Oscars. Did you spot him?
No.
He's there. He's sat down. It's Alicia Silverstone. Obviously, there's John Voight. Obviously, and then there's Jennifer Love Hewitt. Who finally, Jay Baruchel does get Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh.
What a woman to get! Beautiful woman. Have you? I Know What You Did Last Summer. Well, have you seen that?
I haven't.
It's spooky.
Oh,
Movie.
spooky. Very nice.
Spooky movie. Alternate ending, Connor. There is one. It's very short. It's instead of, I think it's a bit dark, really. Instead of Matthew McConaughey getting on a plane, he and coming home, he's trapped at the camp, and he's like watching the Oscars, and he goes, "Good going, Tug." And then they hit him. It's quite dark, so I can understand why they reshot it. A few fun facts. We're moving on up. Jon Voight character is visibly angry when he loses his Oscar to Tug at the end of the film. This was a reference to Voight losing the Oscar to John Wayne in True Grit when he was nominated for Midnight Cowboy in 1969, and I couldn't agree more. That's an Oscar travesty if I've ever heard one. You haven't seen the party scene, but in the party scene, Justin Theroux plays the evil DJ he does from Zoolander. Several disability advocacy groups criticize the Simple Jackson plot. The film, describing it. According to co-writer Ethan Cohen, the scenes were meant to satirize emotionally exploitative depictions of disability in movies such as Rain Man, Radio, Forrest Gump, and I Am Sam, as well as the actors that have taken those roles. Again, it's just so obvious that that's the point.
It is.
As part of a promotional tie-in, the Booty Sweat energy drink seen in the movie was available for a limited time on Amazon. Bit of a casting possibility. Ben Stiller originally wanted to play Rick, wanted to play Matthew McConaughey's role,
All right.
with Keanu as Tug.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't see the comedy.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Keanu's been very funny in many films, but I don't think he's got comedic chops to play the lead.
That's where he's got. Yeah, comedic wise, you can't get many people like Stiller.
Here's another possibility for Rick Peck. Owen Wilson was originally set to play Rick Peck. This is a dark one, actually. After his attempted suicide, Ben Stiller gave the role to Matthew McConaughey so that Owen could relax. So I didn't know Owen tried to kill himself.
Oh, that's really sad. I really like
sad.
Owen.
Yeah, well, he's fine. And we'll be talking about him very soon for Wedding Crashers. You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
Oh, see, really, we should be doing a Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson sort of fortnight. No, a Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson fortnight.
What would the fortnight consist of? We've already done Midnight in Paris.
The Internship.
That's not a fortnight. That's just 2 movies.
Yeah, that is. One a week. Sorted.
There you go. Ben Stiller said nearly all aspects of the Les Grossman character were developed by Tom Cruise, including the dancing and the look of the makeup. Stiller said that in addition to the more obvious makeup effects applied to Cruise's face and head, and the extra hair on his chest and arms, Cruise also decided to play the character wearing oversized prosthetic hands. Vince Vaughn, okay, that's for Wedding Crashers. That's for upcoming episode. Wedding Crashers. Because somebody got hungover and couldn't record it the other day. And it wasn't me, folks. It's always a big question.
Enjoying my life.
This is true, yes. Good. Is Tropic Thunder a good movie? Yes, no, obviously. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fake Tropic Thunder. Real Tropic Thunder in the film.
Oh,
is that a good movie?
I see what. I finally saw what you mean.
Yes. The real story of the lies or whatever that they say.
I think it's an excellent film.
Yeah. Who directs it? Does Tug direct that, or is it obviously Damien's dead? That's never brought up again. Damien Cockburn's death. What are the? There's Tom's big question. What are the repercussions of Damien Cockburn's death? Like, does anybody get charged for it? Does anybody?
It was an accident, wasn't it? It's just a minor explosion.
Just a minor explosion. Mine. Oh, it's not Monsters Inc., is it? Can't believe we're doing 2 Pixar movies before we do the best one, Monsters Inc. Shambolic. Synopsis of a sequel.
Oh, yes, please.
I was just going to say, let's pitch a sequel.
Let's do it.
What are they making? What are they making?
Base Under Siege, sort of either sci-fi alien invaders or a boat that's sinking, that sort of stuff.
Well, this is the thing. They've missed out. Obviously, it's a great ending and Tug gets his arc. But that would have been a great film on its own. The making of Tropic Thunder. And then we could get really meta. And Kirk could have a full-blown mental breakdown of that. I'm playing a dude, playing me.
Mm-hmm.
Ripe for comedy. And then they bring in like more famous actors to play Kirk Lazzarus, playing them, and then that would have been incredible. Or maybe that would have been a good end credit sequence. Clips from the fake movie, and they get more famous cameos in. Get Jason Bateman to play Nick Nolte.
I love Jason Bateman.
You do love Jason. I love Jason Bateman. You love Jason Bateman, and yet you've never watched Arrested Development. You've got 3 whole seasons of Jason Bateman, and undoubtedly one of the funniest shows ever made. You've not trekked yourself to it.
I've heard mixed reviews.
From who?
People I know.
Fuck 'em.
One of them was my mother, Tom.
Oh, why did you not like it?
I don't know. She said it wasn't funny.
Just wrong.
Because I recommended it. I was like, oh, apparently that Arrested Development looks really good. Sort of using her as a guinea pig. And then she didn't like it, so I just never watched it.
Do you and your mother share? Does your mother like Tropic Thunder?
She loves Tropic Thunder.
Does your
We
mother
should get her on. What? Let's re-record it.
Does your mother like Wedding Crashers?
She loves Wedding Crashers.
Does your mother like... I'm looking at upcoming movies. Does your mother like Con Air?
Oh, we're a big Con Air family.
Does your mother like Jerry Maguire?
No.
Does your mother... See. There we go. Fifth movie. The 5th movie mentioned. Do you like Jerry Maguire?
No.
Oh. Well, I guess that's one for me then. Have you ever seen Jerry Maguire?
No.
Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, eat shit. Right. Well, well, you will like Jerry Maguire. I'll make sure. I'll make sure of it. But in the meantime, Will, it's been my pleasure to talk about Tropic Thunder with you.
Indeed, indeed.
This is the start of another new series.
Wow. What series are we on now?
Series 8.
8? Wow.
Series 9 if you include the Quizathon, but we won't.
No, we don't include that.
Oh yes, well this is our first episode. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on winning the Quizathon.
Really embarrassing.
Give yourself the award. This is all a big... Quizathon was just a big scam for you to win an award. But we've got the end of Peep Show coming up, thank God. We've got 500 Days of Summer, Wedding Crashers. Oh. I just flung my pen at the wall accidentally. I'm just so excited about Groundhog Day coming up, which provisionally may just have Alice Priest on it because she made a podcast. She'd never seen it, but yet she'd made a podcast called The Real Groundhog Day. So she may very well be coming on to finally lose that goddamn Groundhog Day virginity. Shameful that she hasn't. Well, it's been my pleasure talking. It's been my pleasure playing with you tonight. Will the lifeboats be seated according to class?
You know what the really sad thing is? At first, I didn't get the Titanic reference, and I thought you were referencing the Green Day one in the Simpsons movie.
How good are you with memes, Will? Why don't you make that meme? There are 2 kinds of people, and then it's the band playing. Oh, nobody. What's the point? Nobody's listening to us, but they don't listen to us at dinner either. Come on, keep it cheerful. And then music to drown by. Now I know I'm in first class. Just a great. Can you tell I like Titanic film? Yes, make that meme. There are two kinds of people: those who cried. Wait, no, you only cried at one Green Day day on the ice. What do they play?
I think they play the same song.
As in, Nearer My God to Thee.
Yeah.
Nearer my God to Thee, nearer my Lord. Oh, what a beautiful film. Rest in peace, everybody who died on the Titanic. Will, do you have any words for the dead?
I think it's nice to leave it there on that message.
Rest in peace. For those in peril on the sea.
Dabba 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 da da ba 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 ba